This video is a data story of the statistical investigation assignment that was conducted. The video is presented for educational use and all images used within the presentation are original. The question that was chosen to be investigated was, do Year 5 students get more sleep than Year 10 students? The data was received from the Australian Bureau of Statistics using the Census at School random sampler. The reference year of 2014 was chosen. The data was selected by question, which included sex, year level and hours of sleep. Stem and leaf plots are a useful visual tool to compare the data. The stem and leaf plots show that Year 10 students, compared to Year 5 students, are receiving less than 10 hours of sleep on more occasions. This could be due to factors such as having a heavier school workload compared to Year 5 students, and also social factors such as using technology and social media before bed, which may have an impact on their sleeping patterns. The dot plot provides a visual that Year 5 males have a larger range in regards to the number of hours of sleep that they receive. Year 5 females have a smaller range, with students receiving anywhere from 7 hours to 11 hours of sleep. When looking at the groups of Year 10 males and Year 10 females, the data is identical in terms of range, meaning that students of this year level are receiving anywhere from 5 hours to 10 hours of sleep on a school night. This table clearly sets out the 4 groups of the investigation, which include Year 5 males, Year 10 males, Year 5 females and Year 10 females. The table shows that the data for each group is not completely balanced, however it is very close and comparisons can still be made. The table shows the hours of sleep each group receives from smallest to largest, which makes observing similarities and differences more distinct. The 4 sector graphs display the hours of sleep proportions that students receive. For the Year 5 males group, 30% of the group receives 9 hours of sleep, which is the highest proportion. The Year 10 male sector graph shows that 33% of the group get 7 hours of sleep on a school night, and the other 33% receive 8 hours of sleep. The highest proportion regarding the hours of sleep for Year 5 females is 10 hours, with 39% of the group receiving this amount of sleep on a school night. The Year 10 female sector graph provided similar proportions to the Year 10 male sector graph, indicating that 31% of the group received 7 hours of sleep, and the other 31% received 8 hours of sleep. The average hours of sleep students receive on a school night was also displayed in the form of a double column graph. On average, it appears that Year 5 males and Year 5 females are getting more hours of sleep compared to Year 10 males and Year 10 females. The blue columns indicate that Year 5 students are receiving over 9 hours of sleep compared to the red columns, showing that Year 10 students are receiving 8 hours or less. This data representation may be less appropriate than others, as it is only referring to the average. In answer to the original question, it is clear that by the measures of mean, median and mode, students in Year 5 get more sleep than students in Year 10. The results show that on average Year 5 males receive 9.5 hours of sleep compared to 7.8 hours for the Year 10 males, and Year 5 females receive 9.4 hours of sleep compared to 8 hours for Year 10 females. The results can be applied to the population of Australian students in Year 5 and Year 10, as no specific regions or postcodes were set when obtaining the data. The results could be used in real life to determine whether students of these year levels are getting the recommended hours of sleep. The results should not be used to refer to other year levels besides Year 5 and Year 10, as the data is specific to these year levels. This makes the results limiting, as it cannot be used to make generalisations about other year levels. The data also does not take into account whether the sleep patterns of these students are interrupted.